Hi everybody, I'm Kyle.
I'm Allison. This is Gannon. Gannon, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Gannon.
Last week's video was a home inversion, and these are the comments from doormonster.tv, which is now a website that exists, and you can leave comments there, and those are the ones we're taking for community comments from now on. So if you want to be on community comments, go to doormonster.tv and leave... McCree! Don't attack the tripod! By the way, we got a new cat. This is McCree. He hasn't been on the channel yet.
From Ripple Gilf says, but what does TDA stand for? The Door Association? Total Defense Activation? Wait, is it Thomas Devery related? Being the other hobo and all? Also, has it really been 7 years? Gosh, hobo, what have you been planning? Why have you not been able to get a gallon of milk for 6 years? He's asking all the good questions.
He is. I had to look up the how long it had been for the script, and I couldn't believe it was 7 years ago that we put out the Entendre.
That's a lot of years of hobo.
That was a long time ago.
What does TDA stand for?
TDA is a completely original home security system name that has no relation to any real home security system. The idea was inspired by, after we moved into our house, someone from an actual security company that, again, will remain nameless, just walked into our garage. I was working on like sweeping it out and cleaning the place up after we moved in, and some dude just walks in through like the half-closed garage and starts trying to sell me a security service. Yun's avatar says, is anyone else horribly distracted by the way that the hobo's beard moves? I keep wondering if Kyle's going to pull a Lola and cough up a hairball.
I love the way that the hobo beard moves, like puppet mouth.
It looks like a puppet. It actually looks like the episode where he actually has the puppet.
Yeah.
It looks very similar to just when I talk.
I hate the hobo beard. Not like on you, just in general. Like the disgustingness of the first one still has me like mildly traumatized.
Just like the physical, like the costume piece.
Yeah, like this, 5-6 years of sweat, blood, and tears that went into like literal all of those.
Somebody has that. I don't remember who won it, but it was
I know,
it was like the grand
person.
prize on our Skyvault live streams giveaways.
I hope they're enjoying it.
I sent it to someone. I don't know where it ended up.
From DS Drennan, did Kyle color correct the milk like he did the teeth animations of old? I was hoping Fable 3 experience went with slightly blue teeth just to mess with Kyle and just no one told him. Glasses are blue.
The milk was in a blue cup.
Because I was freaking out because I do color correcting and I don't I'm usually pretty good about those mistakes. And so I was freaking out because I messed with the white balance and I was like, oh my god, I made the milk blue. And then I went back and looked at it and I was like, oh no, we have blue glasses.
That does remind me of an actual story, though, at one point where Allison was making a birthday cake for Rachel. And she bought food coloring for it.
I did.
And had some blue left over and put it in our milk just to see if I would notice.
It was like 3 days later and you were like, is our milk like a weird color or something? Like you mentioned it and I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then I was super concerned that you were, and then I remembered that I did it. We used to do that growing up in my family all the time. If we had food coloring, we would just dye the milk, but we could all see colors.
Jen says, in quotes, I try to avoid trends, but this one is on its way out, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Wow, is that not a too perfect statement? Please tell me JP didn't make that song. If you're talking about the music, JP did make the music in the background, which it was a cover of the original music that I made for the first hobo video. It's the only music I've ever made. I just like henpecked at a keyboard and then put the pieces together in Premiere.
The Nerdy Simulation says, that opening shot, the dirty shoulder, and transitioning back to the character on the other side of the conversation whilst the first is still talking, fantastic. Either you guys are improving, or it's been a while since I've watched a Door Monster sketch. I like to believe it is the former. If it's been a while, stop and start watching our videos. Those are mostly new shots. We don't really do a lot of those.
Yeah, no, we've only just started being able to make the videos look the way that they look like in my head when I'm writing them. Since Allison has started being our director of photography and we've kind of gotten used to having multiple people doing things on set, And after filming a TV show pilot, we're able to kind of have more fun with it. And we also have better equipment now, which helps a lot. We bought all the stuff for Skyvault that we're now able to use for the sketches. And
I would say the biggest reason that we're able to do this kind of stuff is, one, we've got better equipment. So we have an actual like tripod that I can, not a tripod, but
like a camera rig.
Yeah, a rig / stabilizer that I can put on my shoulders, which really helps. We finally have the 6-inch platform shoes, which really helps get on like everybody else's level. And then outside of that, Kyle writes and then does like a very quick sketch of each shot. Like we only have like something like somewhere between 7 and 15 shots of video.
Yeah, just like a little miniature storyboard.
Yeah, a storyboard, then I can look at it and then I can just recreate it, and it happens like boom, 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 boom. But yeah, we now can do it, one, because it's not just you acting, writing, and doing all the camera.
Turns out that's great, not having to do all of that.
Is it love or is it business?
It's a little of both.
Mwah.
Gross. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see that. By the way, we're married now. Elizabeth Domen says, me, it really doesn't matter to me whether I ever get on community comments. No big deal. Door Monster will only be taking CC off of the website. Me immediately switches to commenting on the website.
This is very relatable.
If you would like to get your comments featured on community comments, go to the website doormonster.tv and leave your comments on the latest videos, and it might get on. Has a better chance of getting on there because there are fewer people and we have a smaller sample size to choose from. So if they're good comments, it'll be like leaving comments 3 years ago. Also, in October, I asked people who if they were going to be dressing up as Doormaster characters for Halloween to send us photos, and we would show them off on the next community comments. And then I forgot to do that, and then we didn't do community comments for 2 months, and I remembered today. So it's a bit late, and I apologize for that, but we wanted to still show them off because we got 3 photos of costumes, and they were all great. So the first one is we have this picture of Benjamin Corthus, dressed as Rodriguez El Cazaro.
This is truly amazing.
It's fantastic.
That must be homemade, right?
That coat looks at least as good as the one that I made for my costume, if not better.
I think he looks more like Rodriguez than you do.
Well, what helps is the tin can shaved head, which he has pulled off marvelously.
I thought it was great.
So then we have this one sit in by Hameen and Shara Mills, maybe
nice.
Jammin', I don't know. These are their kids dressed up as, of all things, Lola and the Dark One from Lola Needs Attention.
This took me a bit, but then when it happened, I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing.
It's amazing. I cannot believe.
It's really amazing.
Look at the detail they put into that.
The portal is pool noodles with paint on it, I think.
Is that what it is?
But that kid is pulling off the Dark One, like dang. And that girl looking like Lola.
And then we got this guy, who's this?
Adam Chastain,
and
or
he
Chastin.
Dressed up as the hobo and sent us 2 of these pictures.
That's really perfect. I like that he
And
has
the paper
his
beard.
and then he has the paper beard just in case. I like his regular beard though. I think it's working. It's not quite like disgusting enough. He's genuinely too charming and handsome looking. Like,
yeah, you're right. His actual hair matches the fake beard that I wear much better than my hair does, though. Sometime this year we will have the League of Hobos video, and we will find out something. I promise more questions will be raised than will be answered. So, leave your comments on this week's videos on doormonster.tv, and we might get to them on next week's community comments. And until then, we will see you next Friday.